Donald Trump's worst press conference might have been yesterday in the White House's East Room, a room in which I've been before, but there was nothing like this going on the day that I was there. Donald Trump bragged powerfully and strongly that they passed a tax bill with no taxes on Social Security income. The only problem is that is not in the bill. It's not in the bill, but Donald Trump keeps saying it over and over and over again. Is it because he doesn't know it's not in the bill? Is it because he doesn't respect his followers enough to even tell them the truth about what he passed? Is it because he forgot? Is it because of dementia? We just don't know. But Trump insists we've passed no taxes on Social Security.
And there's so many good things, whether it's no tax on tips, think of that, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. If you buy a car, you want to buy a car, you get a deduction of interest on your mortgage, so think of that. Things that were never even a possibility. And then so much else in terms of health, in terms of providing care. It's really just a fantastic bill, and it's about time that we're going to start, and we'll start talking about it. But once we do, I think we're going to have the greatest midterm that you've ever seen, because this thing really is amazing. And I want to thank all of the senators in particular for getting it done.
You know, there is a little problem with this idea of the best midterms ever. Now, if we step back for a second and we just talk super generically, right? We forget about the fact that Trump's own base is turning on him because they feel betrayed over the Epstein fiasco. If we forget that small businesses and individuals are going to get crushed if indeed Trump's tariffs go through. If we just say, forget about 2025 and 2026 specifically. If you look historically, usually, excuse me, I almost choked on the hypocrisy. Usually, when you have a party take control of the White House in an election year, the next midterm is terrible for them. That's just like, it's not Trump specifically. There's no Epstein stuff. There's no economic calamity. So just on a historical basis, you would expect Democrats to take the House in November of 26, because usually the party that takes control of the White House loses seats. And because the margin is so thin in the House, how could Democrats not take control with almost any amount of gain? But this is not any election. This is a midterm election where we are seeing something for the first time in 10 years of Trumpism, which is a significant part of his base, including both voters, but also influencers, content creators, and media people, Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, and others, are turning on him because they are seeing, wait a second, he betrayed us. He sold us a bill of goods that actually doesn't make any sense. He's not giving us the stuff that he promised us. He said he was going to give us transparency, and he's not giving us transparency. And he said he was going to give us this, that, and the other thing. And he's simply not doing it. And so all of a sudden, Trump finds himself in this situation where not only might he lose the House, Steve Bannon says if he doesn't release the Epstein files, the Republican Party might lose 40 seats in the House of Representatives. But Trump, he goes, we're going to have the best midterms that we've ever had. All right. Trump then, as is often the case, he's just not making any sense. His ability to turn words into coherent language with meaning to communicate things is diminished. And here he is talking about the border and water, and he does one of these glitches.
Because a lot of it comes in as we block up the border, they start using the water. That's a good run. I could use that. They block up the border, we start using the water. And that's because a lot.
Trump thinks that it rhymes. And he said it's a good This is not a guy who is well. And even absent the seemingly insurmountable pressure on him right now around the Epstein fiasco, this is a guy who was diminished. This is a guy who was declining. This is a guy who, quite frankly, I don't think he really wanted to be president again. I think he'd rather only be playing golf. He's mostly playing golf right now as president. He would rather only be playing golf and doing crypto scams. But he saw the presidency as his get out of jail card. It's what kept him out of prison. And so this is now accelerating because of the Epstein fiasco. And you should listen to what this guy sounded like when he called into a TV show yesterday, and it's the bottom of the barrel. Every few weeks, there's another headline about a massive data breach, your bank, hospital, a retailer you shopped with 5 years ago, and chances are that your passwords and personal information have already been leaked in a data breach like this, or that they will be. This is why I use Aura, one of our sponsors. Aura is all-in-one digital security to help you stop identity theft before it happens. They will continuously monitor the dark web, alert you if your email, passwords, social security number have been exposed. They don't stop there. If someone tries to use that information to open a credit card or access your accounts, you will get a real-time fraud alert. And Aura also includes powerful antivirus protection, a password manager, 24/7 US-based support if something ever does go wrong. And if the worst does happen, Aura still has you covered with up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. I don't want to leave myself or my family vulnerable, which is why I use Aura. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/Pacman. 14 days is more than enough time to let Aura show you if your personal info is already out there and what to do about it. The link is in the description.